What's going on, everybody? So I discovered little less than 6 hours before the reveal what the new IP, what the new game, and the new IP that Slytherine's going to unveil. Now, before, I believe it was yesterday, they came out with this, which looks like a dark cave, which, this etched into the wall. And I was like, interesting. So I was thinking of like the rings with the hobbits, and then the other one with Game of Thrones. So I was kind of like going between them, and then Slytherin updated their logo, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, that looks like Assassin's Creed a little bit. I was just like looking at it, and I was like, there's something else that looks familiar to. So check this out. So I did a Google search and popped up with that. Doesn't that look very familiar to that? You got like that thing behind it with the arrows and the guy with the hood. You got the arrows here, the guy with the hood, and the face is pretty much identical. So that search was for Warhammer 40K. So yes, this is going to be the new game that Slytherin is going to be working on. Black Lab Games actually is actually developing it right now, and I believe Slytherin has actually published a few games in the Warhammer 40K universe, like Warhammer 40K Gladius Relics of War. So they've actually had their hands in 40K a little bit already. I'm not very familiar with the Warhammer 40K universe. The only game that I really played set in that universe was Space Hulk, which, by the way, was actually my first board game, and I really, really enjoyed that. So it was a nice taste of this universe, but I am not as familiar with the Warhammer universe as I am with like Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek, Star Wars, things like that. Now, in the States, I know in regards to brand recognition, I believe they're pretty much Warhammer 40K and Battlestar Galactica are, I would say, probably in terms of awareness. I probably have to say Battlestar Galactica is a little bit more recognized in the States. The only reason I say that is mainly because you have like shows like The Office. If you guys ever watched The Office, Dwight, which is one of the characters there, really liked Battlestar Galactica. And, he'd be like, there was a scene with Jim where Jim was like, beats, bears, Battlestar Galactica, kind of thing. So, um, it is a little bit more recognized here in the States, but I have a lot of friends that are really heavy into Warhammer 40K. I mean, they get the miniatures and everything, and it's actually been pushing me to actually get into this IP. So, since Slytherin is actually going to be doing an IP, a new game set in this universe, I might as well try it out. This probably be a great opportunity to kind of jump in and try this out. I'm just kind of curious what kind of game it's going to be. Is it going to be similar to the game that they have here, like Warhammer 40K Gladius? So I'm very curious to see how that's going to come out. But at least right now, we know one of those four games is now going to be Warhammer 40K. All right, so there's three other games that are in the queue for 2021 that are going to be brand games. We don't know what they are yet. So they could be Star Trek, Star Wars, Expanse, The Rings, Game of Thrones. Your guess is as good as mine. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I got this out a couple hours early, so me scouring the internet and just studying everything, I guess paid off because I was having trouble sleeping. All right, guys, I'll catch you the next one. See you then.